going to make a female birthday card, so I've got all my elements hopefully, and we'll be all right. So you need a card base that measures 10 inches by 7 inches, score in the middle at 5, and we're going to fold that. Okay, so you'll have seen me do this many times. I bring in my trimmer and I push the bottom against the trimmer and then hold the top and get my bone folder and just hold it firm and just a crease just in the middle, and then move it so that I don't get this ridge or that ridge, and just keep doing that, hold it there, and that should then give us a nice edge. Okay, right, so let's get on without further ado. So I've got a piece of DSP that measures, I did have my ruler, I'll go back to my trimmer. I know I've just had it, I've been working on the floor, can't see it. Right, so my piece of DSP measures 4.5 by 3.5, and then I've just cut myself some gold foil, and that measures, I've just made it 1/4 inch bigger, so that's 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, because we're just going to stick that underneath. But before we do that, I'm just going to, and I've got myself a square that measures, so annoying when I can't see my ruler, that measures 2 1/8 by 2 1/8, and it's one I've got from a set, a sentiment thing. And then I've just got myself a gold banner, and that more or less is 3.5 inches by 1 inch wide. But I've got myself some flowers, so these are like your lavender. Okay, so gonna see, so lavender. Right, so if you make any comments, I do apologise, I won't be able to see because I'm down and the camera's up. So I've got dark Highland Heather in my blends, light Highland Heather, and the dark and light Bubble Bath, I think it is, yeah, Bubble Bath. So I've decided I'm going to do random. So I'm going to do the light, and I'm just gonna do them just random wherever I fancy, no rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna do them all over. So normally I try and do things offline, but if you stay with me till the end, I will give you a Brucey bonus of what are some of the things that I've been up to, why I've been very quiet online presence, because I have been doing quite a lot of things. So I quite like making a load of things for Christmas, and so I have done quite a lot of Christmas makes. I have, so but unfortunately I've not filmed them, but I will show you what I've been up to, so you'll be able to see later after I've made this card, because this card, once I've done the colouring, we should be able to get quite a lot of it done very quickly. It's just the colouring that's going to take the most time to do. So are you busy making lots of things for Christmas? You can always comment under the finished video, because I will respond to you, and I tried to respond very quickly to anybody that does ask me questions. As I say, I can't see because I'm down below and the camera's up above, so I do apologise, but it's lovely that you've dropped by, so I do appreciate that. Right, do the darker one now, and then I might go back to the lighter one. Just thought it'd be different, this, doing it very random. It's nice to just play. Just, I like colouring small things with blends, must admit. Prefer colouring with blends on smaller objects than larger objects, really. Right, I'm gonna go down there. So I've set myself quite a huge challenge, really, in what I've done. I usually make a lot coming up to Christmas, and normally as I say, I do film, but currently I rejoined back in October with Stampin' Up, and they really don't like you using other people's things. But having said that, they don't do a machine like I've got, so I do use their products on it. I think I want to write it around that. Going back to my pink. I've just got to find the white ones. I'm going to put a bit more there. So I'm just really enjoying the machine. As I say, I will show you what I've been up to at the end of the video. It's taken me a very long time to do all the things I'm doing. No, can't we see anymore? There's one there, one there, one there, one there, there, and there, and there, and there, 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 there. I think that's about, oh, I'll just spot one there. No, that one's already coloured in. Right, now I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and just go to the stalk where it's just kind of got a little bit for me to be able to colour, and then we'll do the stalks down here. So we've nearly finished now, and I'll be able to get on with making the card. So I didn't have time to do this, and I just need to get on and film. I did film, I don't know whether it was a few days ago or whether it was 5 days ago, I lose track of time, and it decided to film sideways, so I've not uploaded that properly. If you caught me, then you will have seen. Now, I am going to have a go. I've never done this before, but I'm going to just colour in the vellum with my blends. So in fact, I think I might do the other end. It might be faster. I just decided. So you can, there's a punch that's very similar to this. You can use punches, you can use any of your leaf sprigs. You just want a couple, and I've just cut these out in vellum. You don't have to. You could just do some printed from your stamp sets, any of the leaves you've got. Yeah. So I decided I'd do this for a change. So I've never coloured on vellum blends before, so it's just an experiment for me to see whether it works. Not give it a whirl. It being alcohol, I'm hoping that it stays and doesn't rub off. Right, there we go. That's all I want to do. Okay, I'm just going to get just a cloth, and I'm just going to spray some alcohol on that, just to get rid of that off there. That's it, just rubbing alcohol that's in this really, but just get rid of that. Okay, that's out of the way. Right, now we'll see what's what. That's dry because it was alcohol. So what I'm going to do is roughly place this, very roughly, because I'm just going to stamp on the front. So I've got a very old Happy Birthday that's a beautiful font, and I decided I'd pull in the Highland Heather. So let's pop them over there. So I'm going to stamp my Happy Birthday on the bottom. So now I've roughly got it in place, can just about see where I want this, roughly about there. Okay, and because it's such a lovely font, that's it, that's all we're going to do with that. Right, now we can get on and glue things in place. So I think I will glue the DSP. So, oh, and before I do any damage, I'm going to shut that up. So there we go. So I'm going to glue on my DSP, and I told you at the beginning what this measured, so that you got an idea of the size, and I told you the gold foil. But I just think that just sets it off, and then we'll put some glue on the back of here. Now I did mean to get a verse sentiment for inside, and in my thoughts to come and get on, I forgot. So I'm gonna see, so I'm looking either side to be even. I'm not making the top even with the sides, so just as long as I've got it's straight, which I think I have. Okay, and then I'm going to put my gold. Now this normally can do with sentiments on it, but I thought I would just bring this on. Now I'm just gonna see, yeah, I think I want it about there, so let's move that out of the way and try and get that. So I'm not putting this central to the top and bottom, I'm actually leaving a bigger gap at the top than the bottom because the flower is going to go into that top part. So I want to stick my leaves. So I'm going to have one going off to that side. Now it's not going to show the glue on the bottom stem, hoping. So I'm going to just roughly position, I'm just hovering it and just seeing where I want that. So I want that to come over there a bit. So that's going to have the glue just on the bottom. And because these curve, they curve the same way, but if you turn it over, it'll curve the other way. So again, I'm just going to put some on the bottom. Again, I'm just going to hover my yeah, I think I'll have that about there. And then I'm going to put some glue now on this. Now I could put this upon dimensionals, but I'm choosing to keep it as flat as possible because I'm going to have my ribbon. So that's going to go there and there. And then I've got my bow. Now I normally have my glue dots at the ready, and it's the wrong box I've got out, is it? Like glue dots, so I will get my glue dots. I save all my glue dots from kits because I just love looking for my take your pick tool. Yes, here. I love the size of them. Okay, so I just think they're a great size for ribbon. Those are a bit bigger, but these are just the perfect size. So I just save them all, and then it's easy to pick them off with your take your pick. I go to the back of my ribbon, put it on the back, usually squash it down, and then flick off the top. Came off. There we go, and then I can stick my bow at an angle and then choose. Oh, I've had my scissors cutting all the time. What have I done with those? They're around somewhere because I know I've been, yes, they're here, cutting with them quite a lot. And then I love this narrow gold ribbon. I'll just take a little bit off there. Okay, and then we can have a look what I've got in. I've just got let's have a look. The jury's out a minute. I'll see what different ones I've got, if I like any better than the others. Look. Yeah. Dimensionals. I think them. Right, I think I'm going to go for the. I think I'll go for these, and I'm going to put. I've only got the big ones left of the purple. Come on. Oh, that's stuck down well. Come on. Sit. And I'm just going to put just one on it like that. Okay, so that's the, oh, I was meant to stick that inside. Never mind, that'll be on another project now. It'll just be like that because I haven't moved along because I'd got that planned for going under there, only my glue will have dried now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a cheat. Okay, so what I say is there's never a mistake. There's only more ways to be creative. Now, I have got about that much, so let's cut that. Let's see, is that about, that's 1.5 there. Let's go to cutting that. I'm going to cut that just under 1.5. Now, on your trimmer, the very edge here is 1.5, so I'm just going to cut that there, and I'm going to turn it around and cut this the same length. So I'm just going to marry those two up together and put those right in there, so it's about there. And all I'm going to do now is butt that up against there. Oh, that's still a little bit too long, so let's take a little bit more off. So let's put that underneath there. We'll risk it and that it'll hold. So I'm going to take, how much was it, over yeah, at least over 1/8. So I'm going to put them together. I'm going to go to cutting 1/4 inch off, so I'm just going to put those two up together. Okay, like that. Hold it down, push it along. I've got those two off there. Now I'll save them because you never know what I'm going to do with them, so don't chuck anything away me. Gonna pull it out later, so I'm just going to put that, that's perfect now. So we're going to just stick that under there, because that was what I originally planned. It was going to go underneath, but now it's not. So I'm going to stick that roughly in the middle, and I'm butting it up against that. And then where's my other one? And the same again with this. Now you just have to be careful. And if I'd got my ruler, I'd be putting my ruler along it. But I'm going to eyeball it and hope that I'm in the right place. And that looks about right. Okay. And so there. That was something similar. It was probably not going to come out as much as that because it was smaller, but now I've just done it either side. That works, and I like that. Now, as I say, I was going to put, unless I can get my hands on something really quick, which I think I have. So have a lovely day. So we're gonna, this is from the Charming Books. Yeah, let's have a lovely day. So I always make sure, let me move my trimmer out of the way, and I want a block. There we go. And we'll do it again with the have a lovely day. So pick that up, put that roughly in the middle, put that down. There we go. Right, now I'm very much into doing a flower over the top. So I pick a fast one up. I know exactly what I want. Where is it? Oh, my stamps are in a mess. Come on, where you gone? Oh, wasn't planning on this one, but it's speaking to me, so I'll go for this one. There we go. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely one. Have I got a block that will fit it on? Let's see, I might just be able to get away with that. Pull that off there and stick that on there. Right, now I don't want that to be as perfect. So I want it second generation. Oh, this is so beautiful, this one. And I'm going to put that right over the top there. There we go. I'm into doing that. Love doing that. There, so your card's not naked inside. There we go. So that's the finished card. Hope you like that. Thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate that you've stopped by. I will be back later, so if you manage to catch me live again, much appreciated. And it will be a male birthday card. So thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.